I am not going to lie, it was one of the most painful experiences I've had. No joke. I think it was more painful than like relationship breakups, because I've known this person for a long time. This person was almost like part of me. I don't really intentionally do it when it comes with friends, but you're my friend, and when I feel safe with you, I just latch onto you. So if it's not like I wasn't really into the friendship in the first place. If I was, meaning that if I was the kind of person that, hey, when you call up, you're like, hey, I need this, and you're like, and I'm like, okay, how can I help? How can I find a way around it? The moment I'm that kind of person with you, it means that something in me has latched onto you. And then when we had this fallout, it was like a piece of me was torn out of my heart. Hi everyone, welcome to Chair Chapters on BudgePod.com. My name is Kimia Andrew, of course, and you're welcome to another beautiful episode. It's so good to see you guys. Okay, let's be honest, I cannot see you, but it's so good of you to see me. Anyway, welcome to Share Chapters, where I let you in on my life journey, the places I've been to emotionally, the places I've been to mentally, what I've been up to, how I've gotten here, my life in general, just letting you know all that I've been through, and probably you learn one or two things from it. Hopefully you learn one or two things from it. So today on Share Chapters, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, that's understanding self. I'm always constantly on this journey of understanding myself. And today I just want to talk about something that came to me as it was a new experience. I mean, most of my experiences are new, but this was a new experience, and it was grieving friendships. Now, I am an introvert, and I am quite reclusive. I don't even think I handpick my friends. It's more like my personality handpicks my friends. The kind of person I am, it's not easy to just be friends with me. I'm really nice. And recently I found out that I was the kind of girl that a lot of people would be able to have a conversation with. I didn't know that. I just thought I was weird and unique. Okay. I have someone that said I should not say weird, I should just say unique. So I've always thought I was a bit different, and I feel like I've always been guarded. So having certain kind of friends, I don't. Like, my friends are almost curated on demand, like on command. Like, when you meet me, the energy you get, you probably be like, nah, let me not even try it. Or you'd be like, hey, this is an interesting person, I would like to be friends with her. So when I moved to Abuja, right? I moved to Abuja. I know in earlier episodes that I've mentioned that when I moved to Abuja, I stayed with my cousin, who was an amazing person. Literally, I feel like she moved because of me. Like, when she moved was when I moved to Abuja. I was like, okay, there's somebody I can come and stay with. Let me move to Abuja. And I did, and it's been such an experience so far. And it's been amazing, right? I moved to Abuja, had experiences with new people, had experiences with old people, and all of that. And then along my journey, I kind of like, when I say breakup, I don't know if it's breakup. Well, let's be honest, friends break up, right? So I had like a fallout, exactly. The word is fallout, with almost like a long-term friend of mine. And I am not going to lie, it was one of the most painful experiences I've had. No joke. I think it was more painful than like relationship breakups, because I've known this person for a long time. This person was almost like part of me. Like, that kind of thing where, I don't know if I would say, I don't really intentionally do it when it comes with friends, but you're my friend, and when I feel safe with you, it's almost like a part of me attaches to you. Like, there's something about me that just gets latched onto you. So if it's not like I wasn't really into the friendship in the first place. If I was, meaning that if I was the kind of person that, hey, when you call up, you're like, hey, I need this, and I'm like, okay, how can I help? How can I find a way around it? The moment I'm that kind of person with you, it means that something in me has latched onto you. And then when we had this fallout, it was like a piece of me was torn out of my heart. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. It was not. It absolutely was not. The funny thing is, it now happened at the same time I was going through like a relationship, whatever. Like I was going through something with some guy. So it was like I was dealing with two breakups at the same time. Now, as much as this friendship had a lot of wrongs that were happening, right? What do I mean by wrongs? Now, I've always been people pleaser. I'm not that anymore. Like I've pulled a lot of that from my system. But when you are, but for a long time, I would want people to like me. I would want to do things that would make people like me. So I would literally say what I feel people want to hear. Like it was so bad. There was a time that I started saving music in my phone just because I thought, hey, maybe somebody will ask me about this song. And I'd be like, okay, I'll listen to it. It was that bad. It was almost like I was a psycho for approval. So it was really bad. So I am that kind of person that would want to get people's approval. I was that kind of person. And I was that kind of person with this friend, right? I always wanted to get her approval. I always wanted to be the nice, quiet Kim and all of that. And it's not like she was domineering or anything. No, she wasn't any of that. It was just that there were things about the relationship dynamic that I didn't see was a reflection of my, what's the word now? You know, like when you have certain toxic traits and you now have people that will now, it's not like they're taking advantage of the toxic trait, but their own toxic traits now mix up with your own toxic traits. People are now toxic together, but you now do not know that you're toxic together. So it was that kind of situation, right? So I didn't realize that I was concentrating more on dealing with my toxicity when it came to guys. I didn't really think I had that with friends because I wasn't really paying that much attention to my friendships. Sad, I know. But anyway, I realized that along the line there was this unsettling thing about the friendship, right? There were days where we would have conversations and I'll go home and I'll feel like, oh my God, what was that conversation? Why did we have to have that conversation? I'll feel bad. And I didn't know how to say, can we not talk about this? Can we not have this conversation? Can we not talk about this person this way? Can we not even have that kind of thing, right? I didn't know how to say that because, again, Kimia is trying to get somebody to like her, or she has built a certain facade in front of her friends and she's trying to maintain that facade. The funny thing is, with my male friends, I am more brutal. Just really agree. Yeah, so with my male friends, I'm more brutal, I'm more honest. But somehow with my female friends, I'm not. I don't know why. I honestly do not know why. But so when this happened, it was almost like a wake-up call for me. You have to fix the way you have your friendships. You have to say when things are not sitting well with you. You have to just be this person that when you have friends and they're acting a certain way, you're not like, nah, I don't agree with this. And it's ironic that after me and this friend had a fallout, and I met someone that was her namesake, and it was almost like a 360, because by then I had already decided, if I don't agree with you, I would say I don't agree with you. And the beautiful part about this new friend is that she would tell you, nah, fam, I don't agree with you. She would say it without blinking. And having people like that also lets you feel like, okay, we can have the conversation. We can have conversations that we both don't agree. And at the end of the day, we end with, okay, let's agree to disagree. That kind of thing, right? But I think the most important takeaway for me from the fallout was that my issues, my emotional issues, my toxic reactions and all of those things were more than just in relation to romantic relationships. It was in relationships in general, right? I had to now start looking at the fact that, okay, maybe I'm not being a very good friend. It's not even a maybe. If you're not telling your friends the truth, you're not a good friend. Let's be honest. If you are not telling your friends the truth, you're not a good friend. Because if I'm your friend and you don't tell me the truth, what are we doing? Even if you're doing vibes and whatever, you still have to tell your friends the truth, right? And I personally want that from my friends. I personally want my friends to tell me the truth, regardless of how painful it is. Even if I'll get angry, she'll just tell me. So why don't I do the same thing for them? So I had to make that decision of, okay, I have to change. I have to bring it out of me somehow. Find boldness from somewhere. And I realized that, yes, finding boldness, for me personally, finding boldness meant diving more into the word, diving more into my Bible study. And that was how I found boldness to become a better version of me, to become the me that people would see and be like, okay, this is the kind of person that you would like to listen to, because let's be honest, I like to talk. I like to be heard. I might be an introvert, but I do like the sound of my voice. No joke, I like the sound of my voice. I'm not going to lie. People make fun of it sometimes. It does get, like, it does pinch, like, it will pinch you a little bit sometimes. But most times I don't really care if you make fun of my voice, because I know it's like, I'm like, yeah, I know. I have that kind of voice. Deal with it. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for today. I just hope you took something from this. I don't know, I didn't say much, but I just hope that whatever friendships you have, whatever relationships you have, try to be as honest as possible, and also make sure that you are giving as much as you're taking. Let it not just be about you getting or you finding somewhere to hide. Yes, there's nothing wrong with having friends that are safe. If your friends are not a safe space for you, that's not your friendship. Run away. Run away very far. But yeah, find people that are like that for you, but also be a safe space for others. And make sure you don't give too much of yourself. What do I mean by that? Make sure that what you're giving is not burning you out. Don't give of yourself to places that never give back to you. That's also a no-go. Always give to those that give back to you. Friendship-wise, not life-wise. Life-wise, there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to have to give where you're not giving, where you're not getting. It's part of life. Anyway, that's it for me today. See ya. Bye.